G'day and welcome to the great day out. Don't touch that remote control. I have got some exciting news for you. Clear your diaries between June 29 and July 7 because one of the most authentic food festivals in the world is on, and it's in one of the most beautiful places on the planet, the Scenic Rim. Lucky for you, we've got a wee taste of what you can expect at this year's festival, so stick around. Yep, there's plenty happening in the Scenic Rim, from delicious degustation dinners to tastings and foodie farm tours. And Laurel's serving up first.
By now, most people are aware of the term food miles. Having your own veggie patch and eating seasonal produce are two simple ways we can support the movement.
Of course, eating local is another great way to get the food miles down, and this man is spoilt for choice. Are we ready, Obi?
Let's go foraging.
Okay.
Obi Faulkner is the head chef at Pether's Rainforest Retreat, Tamborine Mountain. The region lies within the Scenic Rim, an area blessed with wholesome produce. This means that most of Obi's suppliers are right on his doorstep. Joseph, the greengrocer, is only a 10-minute stroll from the kitchen. We're on a mission to gather local ingredients for lunch.
So if we want to grab some mushrooms for the risotto.
All right, yes, chef. That's the size of a dinner plate. That's fantastic.
I used to serve that like in the wood-fired oven and just with some Meredith feta, goat's feta on top and some rocket. It was a signature dish.
Drizzled with some oil.
Just with oil, balsamic oil, that was it. It's great.
Right next door is the Vintage Pickle, brimming with deli delights.
So we're going to try some of this camel milk feta. I think they're beautiful, please. Just get probably 4. You'll see in the risotto today, it's kind of nice, light and fluffy.
First for everything.
Now, for something I'm no stranger to, beer. Fortitude Brewing Co. are creating some tasty ales, all thanks to their secret ingredient.
We use local rainforest water. So we use the best water. It was harvested on the mountain.
Wow.
Fresh, it's clean, it's clear, and it has no additives. One growler.
Thanks, mate. Perfect.
Well, that's
Cheers.
mine. What are you getting?
We'll get 2.
Of course, any good meal should always end with dessert.
Oh, how cute.
Cute little ice cream chest.
we can sit in an ice cream and eat an ice cream.
Darren from Lemon Lovers Gelato loves experimenting with local ingredients.
So we've got something like a lemon sorbet, and it has limoncello liqueur from Tamborine Mountain Distillery and finger lime from Canungra finger lime. And then we've even got a blue cheese and fig, which is made by the local cheesemakers.
I mean, I love it as a savoury, but I don't know about in a sorbet or an ice cream.
So with the blue cheese, it develops on the palate as you eat it. So by the 3rd spoon, it's got to the full flavour. How's that?
How amazing is that?
Sweet and sour in one dessert.
You'd never think that that would work together, but it does. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think we'll take half a litre.
Beautiful.
We'll take a 44-gallon drum.
With our fresh haul of produce, Obi is back in his natural habitat, whipping up lunch. He's preparing a mixed mushroom risotto with camel milk feta, local herbs and caramelised balsamic. As well as a poisson, or fish of the day, with cone cabbage, crispy kale, rhubarb and macadamia. And I'm doing not much at all.
Oh, wow. I could smell it from coming from the kitchen. Obi, A1. Do I have to score you? Can I hold up a card with 10 on it?
During Eat Local Week, Pether's at Tamborine Mountain will be hosting intimate 5-course degustation dinners. Called the Sensory Experience, the meals showcase the best produce the Scenic Rim has to offer. Held over 3 nights from Thursday, the 4th of July, bookings are available online. The resort accommodation is just lovely too, so if you really want to spoil yourself, make it a weekend away. All the details are on our website.
The upcoming Eat Local Week is a foodie's dream come true with almost 100 mouth-watering events. Farm tours, cooking classes, you name it. The locals are going all out. Restaurants across the region like Austin House and Boona are offering degustation menus using the best, freshest local produce. Chef Mitchell Fox is a culinary pioneer, having established fine dining in Boona. In all the dishes, they've got DNA all over them. You can tell they've come from the one mind.
Yes, yes, that's my heart and soul I put into that.
Yeah. His long lunches during the festival are sure to be a hit, thanks to dishes like this, 60-hour pork belly. 60 hours.
60 hours.
That is amazing, eh?
Thank you.
Listen to that. Can you hear that at home? That is crackling. I am just getting started. Later in the show, I'm hopping on board a tour that visits some fabulous wineries and farms. I will see you then.
When it comes to milk, there's no shortage of producers in the Scenic Rim. Everything from a robotic dairy to sheep, even camels. And in the picturesque Kerry Valley, about an hour and a half southwest of Brisbane, there's Tomarups.
Here you go, Daisy, munch on that. It's a 6th-generation working dairy farm where guests can come and stay and experience a genuine farm holiday in a truly beautiful setting.
Here, the Tomarup family, Dave, Kay and their kids Harry and Georgia, welcome helping hands.
What a truly unique experience for guests to come out here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's one of the only dairy farms in Australia where you can actually get in there with the farmers and milk the cows.
What can visitors to the farm get up to?
Oh, doing the rounds. I think the animal feeding rounds are one of the most fun things that they can do here on the farm.
Oh, you're too cute.
Getting their hands dirty. I love the fact that they really need to feed the animals. They've really got to get their hands filthy dirty and get right into it because I don't think a lot of that happens now.
The milk bar is officially open, guys.
And they're actually feeding with me, what I do every day. So feeding the pigs and the calves of pumpkin smashing is always a really big hit. 1, 2, 3, go!
Smash! Oh!
Take that one over there.
It's all local. The wheat's grown down the road, the milk's from here, and the pumpkins are from next door.
When you decided to create a farm stay experience, what were you hoping that they'd get out of it?
We were really intending for it to be something that was real. We never wanted to be one of those places where you just were a bit of a show pony and making things up. What happens here is really what happens on our farm on a daily basis.
Oh wow, look, I found an egg. Another egg! The egg! Whoa, another one.
It really is all about local here. The Farm Larder offers guests and visitors the opportunity to take home their produce, as well as that of other locals. In fact, Kay supplies some nearby cafes with ingredients too.
Thanks, Tony, for using our product. That's awesome.
It is so exciting. We've got some really good dishes we're going to be using it on.
Oh, great.
Too good. Thank you so much.
That's all right. Thank you for supporting us.
Awesome with food miles. You know you're eating food sourced locally.
Yep. Know your local farmer. That's what it's all about. And when you know your farmer, I think you have a greater respect for that product.
What's going to be happening here during Eat Local Week?
The official launch of our creamery, which is really exciting for us because it's the whole process being done on our farm, which we don't do in any other product. And then we're having the breakfast with the Jersey girls. Eat Local Week, I think, is the perfect opportunity where you can just dive in, experience so many different places, all in that short space of time. And for us, it just gives like a snippet, I suppose, of what we do here and can also help to create that value and show people what we do on our farm on a daily basis.
The Scenic Rim is home to thousands of acres of fertile farmland, and come Eat Local Week, producers throw open their gates to the public. So with so much to take in, what better way to see it all than with an expert on a guided tour? That expert is Eat Local Week ambassador Alison Alexander, and what she doesn't know about Queensland produce isn't worth knowing.
There's so much you can do with celery. It's one of so many vegetables coming out of this region that at this time of the year it's diverse, it's lush. Look at it. It's just, you know, growing before our eyes.
Alison runs a popular farm tour during the festival, taking keen foodies on a journey from crop to plate.
I think at the core of it all, it's showing people just where their food really comes from. And if they're going to go for that trip in the country, let's show them a behind-the-scenes look of, you know, on farm and what the farmer actually does to get that produce to their door.
First up, Gibb Brothers in Peak Crossing, a third-generation farming business where during winter things are in full swing.
So this is baby broccoli. Celery is a big crop for us, iceberg lettuce and Chinese cabbage or wombok.
That's a lot of work, especially when it's all planted and harvested by hand. Come Eat Local Week, guests will be able to, in fact, encouraged to, get their hands dirty.
A lot of the people that were on the tour last year were just fascinated to be able to pick a bit and take it home and cook it that night. That was probably one of the highlights for me.
A few minutes up the road in Calbar is Queensland's biggest carrot farm, Cal Fresh Vegetables. Rob, what makes this a perfect carrot growing country?
Right behind us here is a great dividing range, and it's a basalt range. And basalt weathers down into this awesome dark soil that we have here. It's a very nutrient-rich, very fertile soil. So every year we're growing about 1,000 acres or 400 hectares, and to do that it takes about 400 million seeds.
400 million carrots?
Yep.
Far out. Oh, that's fantastic. Only, however, 100 million to go? 300. Next on our itinerary is Peak Veggie Patch. This farm is unique as it's the only place in Queensland growing this very special type of tomato.
This is Solomarinda.
Solomarinda.
Solomarinda. It's a Spanish variety. It's an heirloom tomato, multilocular inside, which basically means it's full of gel.
And so the taste, are they?
Taste is that old, a lot of people say, oh, it's like my grandfather used to grow. Oh, you know, they get that tingle in there, and you can see their eyes.
Troy also grows cherry tomatoes, Roma tomatoes, and even a new chocolate version of the Solomarinda. Tomatoes ain't tomatoes.
They ain't here, that's for sure.
Alison, I can see why you do the tours here. There's so much to see.
Queensland at this time of the year is feeding the nation all through winter with our vegetables.
It's a good thing having your food, sourcing your food so close to home, reducing those food miles, as they say.
I think that's really important. Why not buy locally? We're really very lucky, and not to take advantage of it is silly.
Do you have a favourite part, or is that a bit too much to ask?
That's
Alison?
like choosing my favourite child. And I couldn't do that. I think Scenic Rim says it all. Scenic. And it really is. It's just beautiful. People can just come down on their own and enjoy it. I'd love everybody to come on my tour, but I can only accommodate a very small number. But what I would like to do is encourage people to take part in Eat Local Week.
My name's Josh Lopez, chef owner of The Wolf East Brisbane. I've been a chef for about 15 years, and in the last 10 years really been focused on serving local ingredients done really well. Local produce for me is really important for a number of factors. You're promoting community, a sense of community, and keeping the dollars local. What I enjoy the most is taking my family out to meeting these producers, seeing the kids run around.
Have a look how beautiful all the trees are, Izzy.
Yeah.
For me, as a chef, a great day out means tasting delicious food, getting my kids immersed in nature, away from screens, getting them in touch to where food comes from.
Look at all the trees. They're amazing. And all,
Look at this hallway.
yeah, and look at all the nuts on the ground.
I'm very blessed to and humbled to be the Scenic Rim Food Ambassador for the 5th year. Over these years, I've developed friendships and relationships with a number of producers, such as Greenlee macadamias.
Oh, have you ever seen a finger wheel harvester?
No, I haven't.
These kids might want to have a go. Hey, Izzy, we might have to hire you, mate. You're pretty good at that.
We then, from there, we take this bucket, put them in a dehusker. The dehusker removes the outside layers of the skin, which then reveals the brown nut, which we all know.
Would you like to try one?
Yeah, please. Oh, good. Oh, good.
They have wonderfully opened up their farm to tourists, and they now have several accommodations where you can stay and taste some of the, not only what they grow, but also some of the local vineyards as well. The dish that I served today really highlights the macadamia, and we make a lovely little vegan cheese from fresh macadamias and highlight it with local butternut pumpkins. We then put a little bit of wattle seed, which is our native floral emblem, a little bit of Davidson plum and lemon myrtle just to finish. Since the 5 years that I've been Scenic Rim Food Ambassador, I've seen the council develop this amazing program, which is Eat Local Week, grow from a number of small producers to now over 90 events. So I urge you this year, between 29th of June to the 7th of July, to go into the Scenic Rim, experience gastronomic lunches right through to farm tours, and go taste the delicious produce of the Scenic Rim. We are very blessed in southeast Queensland to have amazing producers like Greenlee, and that to me means a great day out.
Where there's smoke, there's flavour, as they say, especially at Boona's top of the town butcher and smokehouse. The meat on sale hasn't travelled far. The grass-fed beef is from the owner's own herd. And Fleming produces all the small goods using his own recipes in their on-site smokehouse. What makes the smoked goods you do here so special?
The special is that it's made the old-fashioned way, with no preservative. The smoke is the preservative,
yeah,
and it's only meat and spices.
So no gluten either?
No gluten, it's all gluten-free.
My journey through the flavours of the Scenic Rim isn't over yet. There's plenty more to come. See you after the break. There's a key word in the Scenic Rim's Eat Local Week. That word is week. So here's my suggestion. Don't just make a day of it. Come and stay a while. And as far as I'm concerned, this gorgeous building is pretty hard to beat. A late 19th century church built by Scottish settlers. Nowadays, it's a stunning bed and breakfast.
Wait till you see the inside, Al.
Harry and his partner Christelle are the owners of Old Church Bed and Breakfast just outside of Boona. It boasts 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and can sleep up to 12 people.
People love the ambience of this place, and for me to be able to sit down at the table with them, have a cup of coffee with them, and hearing them talk about themselves, but them also telling me how much they appreciate it here.
Harry loves spoiling guests with his homemade bread and the freshest Scenic Rim produce.
What we've got on the table here is, homemade jam and local milk. It's all part of living locally and using local foods.
Harry doesn't just serve up local produce, he'll take you to the source on his winery and discovery tour. Tell me about these tours you offer, Harry.
Al, I moved here 11 years ago and just fell in love with the place. It's got such amazing things to offer. Decided that the best thing to do would be to have a little van like this and take people around and show them all the places to go.
Eat Local Week is a great time to take the tour. Harry's offering a special package deal, and many of the producers he visits are putting on something special for visitors. Like Summerland Camels at Harrisville. They specialise in all things. You guessed it. Camel milk and cheese are their big sellers, but my favourite is their incredible gelato. Oh, just wait a second. Oh my God, that's amazing. Summerland Camels is busy preparing for the festival. They'll have a long lunch, a children's day, a cheese-making event, and a lot more.
The Scenic Rim is the food and beverage bowl of Queensland, and everyone thinks about the Margaret River and, the Adelaide Hills and all these, but Brisbane has got all of that and more right here. And what city in Australia, within half an hour, 45 minutes drive, can you be in a place like this? So we're really blessed here in Queensland, we are.
Another terrific spot on the itinerary is the Overflow Estate, 1895. You know the saying, location, location, location. Well, how is this a vineyard on an island on a lake? The Scenic Rim's newest winery is a sight to behold, and the wine is no slouch either. The vineyard produces 6 wines, 2 whites, 2 reds, and 2 sparkling blends, and you can enjoy them all at the cellar door.
Alistair, this is our sparkling white. It's a blend of the Vermentino and the Fiano, and there's a great story behind it. We got a massive hailstorm come from the vineyard, decimated us, knocked out 80% of the crop, 20% we could harvest. It took us 5 times as long to get it because we had to scrape all the damaged fruit off. It was almost ripe 7 days before, so we bit the bullet and made a sparkling wine. It's a bit like putting your arm in a bucket of poo and pulling out a bloody gold watch. What do you think? Hey?
Can you say that on TV? David has some big plans for Eat Local Week, including a 5-course degustation lunch matched with 5 overflow estate wines and a huge paella lunch prepared by Chef Javier Codina of Moda Restaurant.
I think we should erect an enormous curtain around the Scenic Rim, so when people drive in, they're told in no uncertain terms that they're entering this special zone, and when they leave, of course, we feel sorry for them. But while they're here, it's eat local every day of the year.
You've created something really special.
Thanks, Al. Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. To you too.
For all the information on everything you've seen today, head to our website and start planning your visit. Well, if I haven't convinced you by now, I surely never will. Get down to the Scenic Rim and celebrate the fabulous food of this region and the wine too. That's all we've got time for. We'll see you next time for another great day out.